This is Thomas. Hi Thomas. Thomas doesn't know anything about the effects of the sun. Thomas just lies on the beach all day, stretched out on his towel. Sounds pretty nice and relaxing, huh? Well, for you maybe, but Thomas's skin might think differently, because lying out into the sun like that can be quite harmful. Let's look at the rays that are affecting Thomas. The sun emits a lot of different types of light. We will for now just focus on UV light. Much of this UV light is captured by the higher layers in the atmosphere, but approximately 10% reaches Thomas on the ground. UV exists out of UVA and UVB light. UVA can cause the skin to age rapidly. Can you believe this old man is Thomas in his 20s? It's UVB light which causes our skin to burn. When the UVB light hits our skin, a pigment called melanin kicks in and transforms the light into heat, which is spread throughout the body. The pigment of melanin makes the skin darker and gives us a tan. However, when the amount of light is too much, the melanin cannot transform it anymore. This can lead to a toxic reaction that we know as sunburn. And let's not forget that UV light can cause direct DNA damage. This mutation can lead to cancer. So Thomas, you heard it. It's time to buckle up next time you go out into the sun. How? Whilst the first sunscreen as we know it was invented in 1928, the people from ancient times already had some tricks up their sleeve. One of them is of course to wear clothes to protect your skin. Although we understand, Thomas, that this is way too warm for you. Imagine. So let's take a look at the history. Well, the ancient Greeks would definitely recommend using olive oil. Get all nice and shiny whilst you probably burn to death? Maybe not the best method. Moving on. The Egyptians invented the predecessors of sunscreen. They mashed together ingredients such as rice, aloe vera, clay, oils, flowers and seeds into a paste, which is spread out over their skin. Sounds lovely, Thomas? Imagine that nice smell. Many of these ingredients are still used against sunburn today. Although you know that we're going to tell you next, recently developed sunscreens are still the most effective measure. No, Thomas, you don't just choose the pink sparkly one. Pay attention! Anyway, we can distinguish two types of sunscreen, chemical and physical sunscreen. Chemical sunscreen absorbs the UV beams, whereas physical sunscreen reflects the beams. Why are there two different types? Well, mainly because you can be allergic to specific sunscreens. SPF 15 is definitely a good start. If you want to be protected longer, you can use SPF 30, Thomas. However, don't for a minute think you're twice as long protected. SPF 30 just ensures a higher percentage of rays that are blocked. So let's talk about what to do with all this information. Basically, Thomas, the only thing you have to do is to apply sunscreen on your skin 30 minutes before you go out into the sun. Don't forget to reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours. We mean it, Thomas. Sunscreen should be applied to all areas of the skin that will be exposed to the sunlight. Don't forget areas like your ears, neck, feet and hands, Thomas. And since you're bald, your head could really use some too. And if you don't want to wear sunscreen on your head, it's even better if you wear a hat. And although we told you that clothes can help, it doesn't always last long, so watch out. Thomas, one more thing. We know you love swimming, but make sure to use water-resistant sunscreen so it doesn't wash off. Lastly, Thomas, remember that you can also burn on cloudy days, where you don't even see the sun, or on sunny days in snowy areas. Think of your skiing trips, Thomas. Now Thomas, you know how to protect yourself from the sun. You'll be able to enjoy going to the beach and swim as much as you want. But Thomas, keep in mind that you always have to use sunscreen, even if you sometimes think that it will not be necessary. Fine, we know you can still get burned, and we know you cannot always be on top of things. So just promise us that if you get burned, you put on some aloe vera, after sun or hydrating creams on that pinkish body of yours. And stay out of the sun for a few days. We mean it, Thomas. Take care of yourself.